And now we move on to the band Bossy video.
Yeah.
This is one of the most ridiculous things I've heard of in recent memory.
Yeah, this is a real stupid one, but we predicted it.
They want to ban the word bossy because I guess when guys are doing what? Guys are, how do they say it? Guys are considered leaders, but women are considered bossy for doing the same exact thing or something like that, right?
No, men are considered bullies for doing a certain thing, and then women are considered bossy.
Assertive. You know, there's positive words for a guy being a boss that if you consider him bossy, it's not so much a bully, but it's being assertive, being you're an authority figure, everything. But now you take a girl and you put her in the same position, and she becomes bitchy, uppity, bossy, things like that.
Because the reality is, yeah, but that's not just about being an assertive woman. That's because you want to say to the girl, stop being a dick.
Right.
But you can't. The name for a guy who's like that is to be called a dick.
Right. If you don't like your boss because he's being bossy, yeah, you'd be like, oh, that guy's a dick, what an asshole, what a fucking shithead. But apparently you can't say that about a woman, boss?
For some reason, we just don't. But that's the thing.
Yeah.
The word bossy is a nice way of going, you're a scumbag or you're an ass. That's because we'd say about a boss, my boss is a shithead.
Yeah.
But if it's a woman, you're like, she's so bossy.
Yeah.
Or, yeah, you want to say twat, you want to say the C word.
You certainly do.
And it goes
day.
to our point. This is why you can't ban words, because now this is like the second level of words they're now trying to ban.
Right.
I think everyone is in some weird understanding that you can't call a woman the C word, you can't call her a bitch, you can't call her a twat.
So we're on the second tier words now that we're banning?
Yeah, because they want to just reprogram. They just want the human brain reprogrammed.
That's retarded. Oops.
You're always going to think of other words. So, okay, you ban these words. Well, I'll come up with other words to make my point. And this is exactly what's happening here. It's the second tier of words they're trying to, ban.
Precisely.
Who is it? Sheryl Sandberg? Who's Sheryl Sandberg? Is she a boss?
Well, she. Well, she's very young. Oh, wait.
And Beyonce wants in on this?
Fuck Beyonce.
Doesn't she have the N-word all over her music?
Yeah, exactly. How about she talks to her husband about his songs?
Right.
Like, I don't want any words banned, but if your songs have the N-word all over the place,
oh boy,
shouldn't you start there?
You'd think.
What are you doing? Because it's bad for business. So right now that N-word is hot in these songs, man. Whew.
I don't know if Beyonce has any N-word songs. Not to say she won't.
But her husband does. And that's what
her husband does a few.
Worry about your husband saying nigger in his songs and not people saying the word bossy. That's what you should worry. Why doesn't she go on a campaign against that word and hold up her husband's records?
He shows it with an A, though.
Exactly. So did Southern plantation owners.
Oh.
I love that argument. Well, it's the same thing. You know, I say nigger. It's
right.
not. It's the same thing.
I think so.
You're saying it.
You're saying it. So here's the official video?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is Band Bossy. Take one.
Shut up.
Pushy, stubborn, pushy, stubborn, bossy, bossy.
When I was growing up, I was called Bossy.
I think the word bossy is just a squasher.
Being labeled something matters. By middle school,
girls are less interested in leadership than boys.
And that's because they worry about being called bossy.
We need to tell them it's okay to be ambitious.
we need to help them.
Oh my God, I want to puke.
Words matter.
Just ban the word bossy.
And encourage girls to lead.
To be strong and be ambitious.
Listen to your own voice.
There are no limits.
Dare to be you. You can change the world.
Let's ban bossy.
Be brave. Be you.
Ban bossy.
Oh my God, how do you
Jane
sleep
Lynch.
at night?
To ban
You're a comic,
Bossy.
Jane Lynch.
Jimmy Johnson, you
I'm not bossy.
fucking piece of shit.
Yeah.
That's the only guy they could get?
Yeah.
Take the pledge at banbossy.com.
I'm going to take the pledge.
Yeah.
Ban Bossy.
You know,
You missed Beyonce.
what?
She said, I'm not bossy. I'm a boss.
Cool.
Damn.
What's
Very
that mean?
clever. Very clever.
I come up with other words.
I wouldn't know this, but Granite Philly says, doesn't Jay-Z refer to Beyonce as boss bitch in all his songs?
Yeah.
Does he?
I'm sure he has.
All right, but that's not bossy.
Well, she's
That's
not
not
a
bossy
boss.
bitch.
Not bossy bitch.
Right.
Oh, okay.
What about using it in terms of fat girl, and you call it bossy like the cow? Remember Bossy? So you go, hey, Bossy, is that acceptable?
Was that Jimmy Johnson?
What fat? Yeah.
What is he doing?
What is
it was the only guy that could
who approached Jimmy Johnson and like, hey, dude, you want
to be part of the band Bossy campaign?
Band Bossy? He'd be like, what? What is it?
God.
He probably thought it was really going to take off, and then he realized, oh.
I think it's extremely dangerous to ban words. I think it's ridiculous.
Just saying ban a word.
And I guess women don't want to be leaders because they're considered bossy?
Oh, it's just nonsense.
Leaders don't give a fuck what you call them.
Yeah.
Mel Karmazin is an amazing boss, a tough boss.
He was bossy.
He didn't give a crap what you called him.
He was bossy.
Because he was a true leader. If you're a true leader, you don't care.
No.
You got the ambition, and you're just going to, work hard at it.
You know what I think these women should do? Get over it.
Oh, shit.
Damn.
They certainly are pitching a fit, aren't they?
Pitching a fit. Just get over it, Bossy. You bossy girls.
Pitching a fit.
Pitching a fit.
Ban Bossy.
Honey, squeezing her tit. Get over it. She's bossy.
Just the inconsistency, though, in these people's, like, the way they're preaching the morality to people. Don't say this, do that. And she's married to a guy that drops that word constantly, or at least used to.
Well, I got all the facts on this thing. So it's Sheryl Sandberg. She launched the Ban Bossy campaign to empower girls to lead. Future leaders don't care. They just don't care what you call them. Their ambition, they laugh at you, at all the words you call them. They don't care.
Bossy.
Can banning one schoolyard word really change the world? Sheryl Sandberg says yes. Sandberg, the chief operating officer of Facebook and author of the best-selling book Lean In, is spearheading the launch of a campaign today to ban the word bossy, arguing the negative put-down stops girls from pursuing leadership roles.
Does it?
It's just such idiocy. It's such...
You're just lying.
Idiocy.
Yeah. That league.
Then they're not made out to be a boss.
No.
We know that by middle school, more boys than girls want to lead, Sandberg said. So that's because they're being called bossy?
No, that's not.
How are you making that connection? I don't know why more boys want to lead than girls. I have no idea. But it's not because you're calling girls bossy.
No, it's the way of the world. It's been that way. It's kind of an ingrained thing.
Because leading is a dominant thing.
Right.
I'm not saying it's right, but males are more, I think,
it's
through
a
nature,
thing,
inclined to be dominant.
Thing. Right.
Yeah.
But it has been changing over the last decade or so.
Yeah. But if you want to take one of those leadership roles and be assertive and all the other words, then you got to put up with the fact that people are going to call you bossy. You can't just ban the word and make the actual thought go away. The idea of it, the sentiment that certain people have towards an assertive woman, it doesn't go away with just the word being banned. That's the thing. Like, you could ban the N-word. There's still going to be people that think poorly of black people. There's still going to be, you could ban the word retard. There's still going to be people that think like, oh, you're incapable of doing anything. Like, the idea is still there.
Right. Let's see. Where were we here?
Yeah.
I looked up to listen to your fine point.
Oh, hi.
And if you ask girls why they don't want to lead, whether it's the school project all the way on to running for office, they don't want to be called bossy and they don't want to be disliked.
Uh-huh.
But guys are disliked for being a leader? What are you talking about?
Now, my sister Dawnie, she is a boss.
Right.
She's a boss. And she says, what the fuck does ban boss even mean? Dumbest, most useless campaign ever. And this is coming from my uppity bitch sister who fires people. She's a boss. She's very bossy. Oh, boy, I couldn't imagine being married to that. Fuck,
but she doesn't care if people call her bossy.
No, she probably loves it.
She doesn't care.
Yeah.
There were some big names in that video we just saw.
Yeah.
Right. All successful women.
Really successful women. They're just showing how they're just dumb and they're not intelligent.
They should show failures. I would have been something, but someone called me bossy.
Right.
You don't show success. The ex,
True.
Condoleezza, what's Condoleezza Rice, Secretary of State?
That was her.
All these powerful, bright women who become leaders, the head of fate, show dummies who never made it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. They don't. Their opinion doesn't weigh as much. Get the celebrities. Get the women who.
Right.
This is nonsense.
The success stories. Your son's a big success.
Wow,
thank you.
A lot of women calling in. We got Michelle in Louisiana. Go ahead, Michelle.
I like to call them bitches.
Hi, Michelle.
There's some bitches that'll get you. What's up, Michelle?
Hi, I'm a boss.
Hey, settle down.
Easy, Cookie.
Fucking uppity bitch.
If the word bossy was going to prevent me from being a boss, then I would never make it. This is the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
Ridiculous, yeah.
If you can't face the word bossy, then you don't deserve to be a boss.
I agree. And there's a lot of supposed intelligent women involved with this campaign.
This is one woman trying to coddle the people that are afraid of one word. If you're afraid of the word, then don't be a boss.
All right. Stop emasculating us. Jesus.
We said this was going to happen years ago.
Yeah.
When they started with the, I guess it was the N-word.
N-word.
We said every group is going to want to have their word. And most of the groups now have their word. And now we're starting to see the next stage, which is the secondary words. Because people will always think of an insult to call someone they don't like or don't understand.
You know,
it's just human nature.
Anymore. I'm going to say transgendered.
Yeah, but it's
tranny.
like Bailey J says tranny.
Yeah.
How is tranny derogatory? How is it? I don't understand how it's derogatory. It doesn't mean anything terrible.
Doesn't mean it
means
never,
something terrific, actually.
And it was never used as a slur. I don't think it's like, oh yeah, tranny.
I think the ultimate goal is that you shouldn't point out individuality.
Yeah.
Everyone is exactly the same.
Yes, we have to be the same.
I think that's the ultimate goal of this whole thing.
Yeah.
Thank you, whoever Michelle, I think it was, right?
Fake empowerment.
Let's go to Philly and talk to Amber. We're talking to the broads today. Hey, broad.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
The deep, manly voice you have.
I like it.
Bossy girl.
What's up, Amber?
Sorry.
Go ahead, sir.
What's up? Good morning, Jimmy.
Hello.
I just wanted to say, I think it's fucking retarded.
Oh, hey, watch that R word.
You can't say retarded, though.
Yeah.
You're going to call me a bitch. You're going to call me a cunt. You're going to call me a slut.
All right.
You're going to call me bossy. It just means that you don't have the balls to stand up to me. Well,
Whoa.
sorry.
Yeah, good for you. Good for Amber.
Good for you.
It's exactly right.
Yeah.
I think the women can handle themselves, by the way. When you start coddling and banning words, that means that group can't. They're weak and they can't handle it, right?
That's exactly what it is.
Someone just writes, sounds like this bitch is on her period. Guys are hilarious.
I was always the leader in my school project. I didn't care.
Right. Yeah, true leaders don't give a crap about what is said about them.
No.
Exactly.
Can you imagine Mel Karmazin like crying in his office because some of his employees called him bad names?
Bossy.
Are you kidding me?
Please.
He didn't have time for that.
Ban Bossy.
He was too busy making the stockholders more money. He didn't care.
That was his jab.
Thanks, Amber.
Thank you, guys.
This really is one of the stupidest things I've heard of in many, many years. Many, many years.
Yeah.
Let's see. Sandberg said these attitudes begin early and continue in adulthood. We call girls bossy on the playground, Sandberg said. We call them too aggressive or other B words in the workplace.
B word.
They're bossy as little girls, and then they're aggressive, political, shrill, too ambitious as women.
So those words have to go.
Yeah.
Those words have to go now.
They
Those
do.
are not, you just read the next generation to go.
Right.
Shrill. You could say ambitious.
Right.
But don't say overly ambitious.
Right.
And don't say too ambitious.
People.
Look, I told you, my son's school, they used to have a leadership program, and someone complained, so now they're just hosts.
What does that even mean?
So they're not even training the youngsters what a leader even means.
It's like a cocktail party.
Because some kids get upset by that. It's not even the kids because they're too young to even understand.
No, they don't
it's
know.
the parents. So they're not even training them to be leaders.
They don't know nothing
in the classroom. Yeah, we used to call it leader of the day, but they said it. Somebody complained. So
Who complained?
You're not allowed to say who complained.
Leader is...
So now it's host for the day. They're hosting.
Like fucking come out in a smoking jacket with a fucking martini glass. How you doing? I'm the host.
So we're not even training future leaders.
No, a leader, somebody that is assertive, that's a bad thing, I guess.
Sandberg's organization Lean In is joining forces with former Secretary of State Condoleezza Rice and Girl Scouts USA CEO Ana Maria Chavez to launch a public service campaign called Ban Bossy. The BanBossy.com website gives tips for parents. Oh, my God, let's go there. Kids, teachers, and others about how to encourage young female leaders. The goal of the Ban Bossy campaign is to help girls and women feel more confident and comfortable as leaders.
Oh, yeah.
I was called bossy when I was in the 9th grade, Sandberg recalled. She's the broad from Facebook.
She's the CEO of Facebook, so I guess it was a good thing.
My teacher took my best friend Mindy aside, and she said, "You shouldn't be friends with Cheryl. She's bossy." And that hurt.
It hurt. Did it hurt?
The word bossy is not the problem. The problem is the teacher was basically saying your friend's a dick.
Right.
Don't be friends with
dick.
her, which was stupid to say.
Yeah.
It's not the word bossy. It's not the problem.
No. What could we do? Is there anything on that website that tells us what we can do to help? I want to help.
I'm so angry.
It's so stupid.
If you look at the world, women do 66% of the work in the world. Women produce 50% of the food. Women make 10% of the income, and women own 1% of the property.
And they buy 100% of the tampons. And they get 100% of the divorce settlements.
Yeah.
And they put out 100% of the babies.
Yeah.
We are 50% of the population. We are 5% of the Fortune 500 CEOs, Sandberg said. We are 17% of the board seats. We are 19% in Congress. That's not enough for 50% of the population. We live in a world that is overwhelmingly run and owned by men. But those numbers have gotten better. And it'll continue to get better.
And even so.
And I don't think it's going to get drastically better because you banned the word bossy. That's just not, it's not going to work out that way.
How about you do bring up something about 50% of the population getting 90% of the divorce settlement. You know, if you want to fucking play by those rules, some percentages. How about 50% of the population? How many people are dying in wars? What percentage of women to men is that? How about you jump on in? Come on in for the big win.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's other percentages that you guys are not up to par with men that you're probably very happy you're not. So, yeah.
What do we got on the website?
Would you want leadership tips for girls, parents, teachers, managers, troop leaders?
Oh, boy.
This is...
Go for fucking girls. I want to hear.
This is so stupid.
What should we do?
10 tips to help girls flex their leadership muscles.
Teach us.
Go to that one.
Help us help you.
All right. Go to the right side of that page.
What the hell does that even mean?
Jesus.
Oh, look at all. Who's going to read all this? Speak up in class. Stop apologizing before you speak. Everyone does that, by the way.
Yeah.
Challenge yourself.
Challenge yourself. I'll win every time.
Okay. Ask for help. Don't do everyone else's work. Speak up in friendship. Trust your own inner voice. These are good tips for kids in general.
Right.
Change the world. Remember, it's not always easy to speak up, but it's worth it.
Is that being bossy?
Practice.
Practice what?
There you go.
What dumb rules. Oh, what a boring website this is. Oh, boy. Should put some porn on that website. That didn't get it. Damn.
What are we doing?
I don't know.
For Beyonce to sit there and say, and me, I'm looking up Jay-Z's songs, Bitches and Sisters.
Exactly.
Why don't you go, and the guy you sleep with every night who put a baby in you, why don't you obsess over why don't you bring your husband out and say, my husband is no longer going to say this word. He's no longer going to sing this song, and this song, because it says niggas, it says bitches, and I feel that's a bad, come on.
God, bringing that guap.
But you know what, it's just nonsense.
Yeah.
Utter nonsense.
Yeah, nigga. Yeah. We're just a fucking society of douchebags that have nothing better to do. We need a real good fucking crisis in this country again. I mean, we need a fucking 9/11 style fucking crisis.
Slow down.
Because when that happened, it really jolted people back to reality, to where you prioritized again. Our priorities are so fucking out of whack right now, to even be concentrating on this is a global embarrassment when important things are happening around the globe. And we're worried about the word bossy, and that's what's making the news. Fucking Americans need a smack in the face every few fucking years.
We are pussified.
We are a bunch of fucking fags. Sorry.
Let's say hi to Lisa in New Orleans. Nolans. Lisa, what's up?
You could drink right there in the airport.
Right here in the airport.
In the airport.
Right here in the airport.
You want a hurricane?
Tom is one of the greatest characters of all time. Not a character. He's a real guy. Go ahead, Lisa.
This shit's making women look really stupid.
I agree. I think it makes you guys look extremely weak, like you can't take care of yourselves.
I agree. And I believe that them telling people to ban the word bossy in itself is quite bossy.
Yeah, you're being bossy by saying this is what we want.
Yeah, true.
Yes.
See?
Women are stronger than this, and I'm disappointed that a woman in a leadership position would say something so fucking stupid.
Because her message about be assertive, be strong, like those are great messages.
Of course.
And don't let anybody discourage you because you're a girl. Like those are really smart messages to give a young girl.
But
I work in corporate America. I can be assertive and I have leadership qualities, and I can do that without being.
I don't like her already.
Exactly, you're pushy,
right? Listen to her.
But do you show the cleavage?
Yeah. There you go.
Donna wants to know.
More importantly,
right? Do you go to work with a little cleavage?
Right.
And then us guys are not allowed to look.
Yeah.
Or we'll be called down to the HR office.
Do you mind a little smack on the fanny as you're walking in between cubicles?
A little pinch.
Right.
Only if you don't mind when I smack you back on the ass.
Ooh,
oh, there you go. Now you're talking. Now you're talking.
Hey, Jimmy, when are you going to come do a show in New Orleans?
Oh, Jimmy.
I've never done a show in New Orleans. I did a college with Pete Corielli and Louis Ramey probably in 2000 or 1998. Yeah. That's the famous lap dance, and I shot in my pants story.
You fucking came
I've
in your
never
pants.
done a full set in New Orleans. I would love to go down there and do one. I really do.
God, we need you. We need you, and I'll get a lap dance with you if you come to the show here.
Yeah, that's nice.
Look at
Pushy
that.
broad and a lap dance.
She's a leader too.
She certainly is. She'll take it.
But
She'll be like, "Hey, put your money away. I got it."
She'll let that hair down after she leaves the office.
Look
though,
out.
and unbutton one more button.
She could bring home the bacon, fry it up in a pan, and never, never, never let you forget you're a man.
And she's the woman, Anjali.
Exactly, Jimmy.
All right, Lisa. Thank you for your 2 cents on the ban Bossy thing.
Her 2 cents. Of course, a man, it would have been 12 cents.
Yeah.
And spent wisely.
Exactly.
She's just going to buy perfumes and hats.
Stupid things.
But you got some big, intelligent women involved with this.
Yeah. What are they doing?
They look ridiculous. And then Jimmy Johnson, what are you
Jimmy
doing?
Johnson, just fucking...
What are you doing?
Just get in your car and drive fast and shut up.
The only guy.
Oh, boy.
I started, after they showed Jimmy Johnson, like, okay, there's got to be other guys involved with this. He was the only one.
No, the only guy they could get.
You don't want to be the only guy. Oh, Bossy's not good. Not cool, guys. Not cool. Not cool.
Yeah.
But then again, maybe who knows what he said? Like they may have said like, "Hey, we're doing this whole ban Bossy thing campaign to empower young women," and they may have just stressed that it was about empowering young women,
right?
Because he didn't say ban Bossy,
no.
So he might have said, "Well, I think young girls should be told to be assertive," and they just put that in like he's a big ban Bossy,
like
which is fine. But it's the only guy.
He tweeted #ban Bossy.
Fuck him then. He's driving in a circle.
Dummy.
It's just because the message of what they're saying is being clouded by the garbage language police.
Yeah.
Like their message of be stronger and be assertive and don't let anybody discourage you. That's really smart,
right?
And it's important and it's good, and but they just go too far. Then now it's about the word bossy. That's not the problem, dummies. It's the underlying message of women not being words matter.
Yeah. Words matter.
Not really.
There's some good tips on this website for children in general. But to say ban the word bossy, that's where it's ridiculous.
A little over the top.
Way over the top.
Well,
You know why words don't matter as much? Because it's all in how you use them. If words mattered that much, if they were that important, then there's not one rapper that would say nigga in his songs. Or not one rapper would say bitch. Not one female celebrity would say bitch. I mean, if it was that important.
Women in rap songs are fucking just degraded.
Yeah.
So why doesn't anyone say anything about that?
They just don't.
No one does. The whole industry is like, they come out against all kinds of things, but never that.
Well, you go
ridiculous.
Well, you go after the easier stuff.
Well, that's true.
That's what happens. It's way easier to go after this than rap lyrics.
You know, calling a woman a bitch or a hoe.
It's money to be made.
Yeah.
And also rappers don't care. Like rappers, their audience is honest. They like what they're doing, and they're just going to say what they want, and they don't give a fuck if you like it. And that's why I like rappers. Like, I love the fact that Nicki Minaj put that song out. Good. Don't anybody tell you what to say.
There's way more influence when you listen to songs like that than trying to ban Bossy. Much more. Way more. That is way more of a problem if you're looking at this stuff as problems. All right.